Welcome. Today we are talking about the one skill necessary to end buffering, just so we can reach our goals. I'm Joanna. I'm a life and weight coach certified by the Life Coach School. And I'm going to talk about ending buffering using an example of weight loss. I think that this can really apply to any area of life. Also, when we want to build our business, definitely there will be opportunities to buffer. And but I think for the sake of this video, I'm just going to use weight loss. So most of you are already familiar with what's buffering. It's a numbing of negative emotions. It's when we are about to feel something negative, but we would rather not. So we feel the urge to make ourselves feel better. We feel the urge to reach for something external to make ourselves feel better, but that always has negative consequences. So very often we want to reach for something with flour and sugar that is going to make the dopamine spike so we feel better temporarily. But in the end, we'll have the negative consequence of additional pounds on the body. We know that emotional eating contributes greatly to weight gain. So, wouldn't it make sense to end emotional eating so we can lose weight? So, why is it a problem? Why is it so hard for most of us if we don't know what's really happening? Our life's experiences offer us opportunities to feel positive and negative emotions. But the thing is for sure, there is no positive emotions without negative emotions. So we always have to expect that we will be feeling some negative emotions. Now, what's happening when we expect that we are about to feel negative emotion? We feel it or we are about to feel it and we make the decision at this point. If we don't know the skill of feeling the feelings, the skill of allowing emotions, then we will convince ourselves that we have to do something to feel better. So, right here in this moment, you may want to decide that instead of feeling disappointment, you are going to eat something. Instead of feeling tired or sad, you are going to eat something. That's the buffer. Temporarily, we pushed away the negative emotion, but notice that we felt good only for a few seconds, and the cause for our negative emotions and the negative emotion didn't really go away. The food did not address the cause of the negative emotion. Let me highlight what's happening in that moment, because this is a moment of decision. The moment you feel the urge to eat something that will make you feel better is a moment of decision. Now, what is the decision about? If this is the decision to either move towards your goal, your weight loss, the decision to move towards your future, or move towards the negative consequences, give up on the future you want, and as a result, have the negative consequences of weight gain. So, what can we do here in this moment? Instead of resisting that urge, what we can do is simply allow ourselves to feel it. This is the skill we are talking about, to observe it in your body, noticing what does it do and how does it feel, allowing and letting it pass through you without responding to it. So we either allow or respond. I like to look at it this way. When we are thinking about a goal in the future, let's say be 20 pounds lighter, Between now and the future, we have opportunities to say no to certain things and yes to other things. When we buffer, every single time we are going to respond to the urge and buffer, we are going to, and it may happen many, many times, we are taking step away from our goal, from the future we want. Buffering is really easy. We don't need to make the effort, the uncomfortable effort of feeling the negative feeling. We just can eat something over the emotion, buffer. Remember that with every buffer, we are stepping away from our goal. The alternative is this. Between now and the future and your goal that you want to reach, you will have opportunities to buffer. However, if you decide to allow the feeling, you are going to process the emotions. This is the skill. Every single time you say no to that cake, every single time you say yes to feeling the feeling, to allowing the emotion, you are making effort to move yourself closer to the future you want. So this is the skill we need to master. Allow and process emotions. This is also a skill of gaining awareness, and through that, we are deconditioning the desire. We are deconditioning the urge. Everybody knows the story about the Pavlov dogs. They rang the bell, they fed the dogs. So the dogs learned to salivate. But we rarely talk about the second part of the story. They rang the bell, they stopped feeding the dogs, and with time, the dogs stopped salivating. And we can too. Here's the truth. The path to is true. The path to our desired results is through the feelings, often negative feelings, especially through the feelings that we want to avoid. So this is what I'm talking about, feeling the urge, right? Feeling, allowing the uncomfortable feeling, feeling the urge. Instead, if we don't want to do this, if we tend to avoid it and we don't make the effort, we create the buffer, the food, flour, sugar, whatever makes us fat, and we end up in the future as a future self with the result that we don't really want. So I hope it brings more clarity for you when it comes to buffering, and you will allow yourself to feel the feelings to get to the results that you want. Thank you.